Hey guys, and welcome back to Trials and Tribulations. In the last part, we're gonna do this now. It is true. I had lobotomy in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it, you must believe me. Yeah, whatever, gay person. I don't know. You were forced? By who? Does that mean you were raped? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. What's 2 plus 2? Okay, fine, I guess that's stupid. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was... There was another man. I knew it! Maggie was telling the truth. Well, of course she was. She didn't do it. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. So wait, you guys aren't shocked? You guys should be shocked. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy, and I gotta get him to tell us the name of the real killer. All right, let's do this. Okay. It is true, I had a body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I'm going to press this. Hold it. And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, Monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment? A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Alright, but I did not kill him. I swear it, you must believe me. Alright. Now, Gene's loan contract. Yes, $500,000. Objection! Kaboom. Epic finger point. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong? We, G, suis desol. I was weak and I borrowed the money. God, stop standing like that. Stand normal. Man, this is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Furio, Tiger, Tigre. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. It is as you say. Mr. Armstrong! What, Tiger? He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. God. I know it's rendezvous. I know. Good lord. Don't you dare say... Okay, I can't speak French, but I do know the word rendezvous. Anyway. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he be repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient Maggie out into the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. Or Tigre, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but apparently other people do. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. I'm just going by what you say. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket were recovered from the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? None, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable. Mr. Godo! You will summon this Furio Tigre, whatever, Tigre, as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. Epic coffee drink. 30 minutes. What? 30 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Yeah, finally, I can do the Wesker thing. Man, I love that line. Anyway, the trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, Wright. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Goto. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. Saving. Let's go. Okay, January 8th, 1:21 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. Wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Goto picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're gonna need. Hey, pal! What? Detective Gumshoe? What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair is standing on end. Hey, that's the point. That's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Top Knot. It's not a top knot. Yes, it is. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right? I can't sit still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Arrgh! No kidding. You gotta have something to need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence for it yet, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprints analysis done in an hour? You bet. You bet. Oh, God. Anyway, what did he say? In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? We didn't get them any done. Fingerprints unidentified.
Take that!
Let's get them identified. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints were on this? Oh, hey, that's the small... Yes, thank you. I know what it is. Good lord. Frickin' Capcom, right? Better dialogue. Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too. Small bottle given to Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. Yeah, see ya. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Okay. Whatever you say, Maya. you keep thinking that. Anyway, January 8th, court number 4. Smack. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Kodo, did you find this Furio Tiger? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. No problem? Oh, wait, how did she say it? No problem. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tiger, but come on. Or Furio Tigre. He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites. Smack. Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Yup. Hey, how you doing? Witness. Please state your name and occupation for the Gorg! Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya. Watch this room for me down there, too. Would you mind? What do you say to me? No, nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge? I didn't know he didn't have a Brooklyn accent, sorry. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? Ah, no, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on the proceedings as normal. That's it. We're doomed. Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What do you say? There's no point in struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. Get a coffee drink. And I'm the one who hauled you in. Too cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, masked boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than to watch some courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. ... exclamation point? You's the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you nuffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Gulp. Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Ew. Really? Get a grip. Get a grip, Nick. What the heck was up with her voice there for a second? The tiger's alibi. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in the office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlander every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Do you pronounce that Violetta or Violetta? I don't know. At last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, please. Arg! Well, what is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you get tangled with the tiger. Epic coffee drink. I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute. That's a really not. This witness is, how can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You'd better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. You have a scooter. You do know that, right? The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Wow. Okay. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Come out from under there already, would you? Maya? Okay, the tiger's alibi. Alright. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in the office. Okay. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlander every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Okay, that face. That's, I love that someone made a Phoenix wrong using this guy as the devil from Beelzebub. That's like the best thing ever. Okay. Let me see. I was tied up with business in December. Spent all my time in the office. Here, let's... So, am I going to lose points just for pressing, period, or what? I guess not? Okay, well, whatever. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. Wow. December, mainly in the office. That's where it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule. There he goes again. What the Tiger did all December wasn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So, now what? Let's press harder. Yay! That's important. That is important to the case. What do you want? I don't know, I forgot. Or, if you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection.
This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules. Objection! Yeah. No! It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. I agree. I love it. That's so funny how they actually took the judge's sprite out just to do that. Anyway. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Where were you in the office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godo, if you could please... Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. Wrong-o. Wrong. I know that it is wrong because Glenn's calendar meet with the Tiger. Boom. Eat it. Mr. Tiger, Mr. Tigre, Mr. Tegri. I don't know how the frick to pronounce your name, so how about I just call you Tiger from here on? You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger, dated December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder! So, Mr. Tiger, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Epic finger point. Behind the thing. Whatever. See? Not bad. You's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you's doing? Ruh-roh. Wow. A Scooby-Doo reference. Wow. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just kind of died inside a little bit. Anyway, so you're saying So you're saying your claim to have never seen the kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You'd better believe that's the truth. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, well, you testify for the court again, Mr. Tiger. Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. This time I nailed this guy. Okay, I didn't know he was your type. The victim, Glenn Elg. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tenderlender. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never even been to that Tres Bien joint you was here. Okay, we never brought that up. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Okay, yeah. It would be hard to keep an appointment if you're dead. Idiot. Alright, anyway. You may cross-examine the Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Grr. That's not really a grr face. I'm gonna leave it on this face of Furio, just doing the Gene Simmons. So, you know what? That's where we're ending it off. So see you guys then.